Welcome back. So, it has been 2 days, until I streamed last time, and a lot of stuff happened, and we are going to talk about it right now. That's the whole diary right now. So, for example, on Monday it was diary 1, today is diary 2, and on Friday is diary number 3. So, why do I do that, and what's the diary? I'm doing that just to talk, to stream, especially because I really want to tell stories or get out of my comfort zone. So that's why I'm right now doing diary. Every single stream, we are going to talk for like half an hour or a little bit more. We will see. After that, we are going into Japanese learning. This is also one thing that I want to do. I'm going to clean up the music. Yes, this is also like one big thing in September. I'm going to Japan, so we are going to do some Japanese learning so I can get along in Japan. That's the whole reason, or the thing that I want to do. So that's one thing. The other thing is I really want to learn Japanese, like a new language, and like connect with new people. So we had on Monday we had the stream. It started a little bit late, so we only did like 15 minutes. We started like a half an hour later, and for those that were there, they seen it, but we did like 10 minutes, 15 minutes learning Japanese, and after that we had no time for like the last half hour of just chatting would be like watching like documentary about Japan, or basically learning about the culture about Japan. So on Monday we had no time for that, so that's why we are going to start today right on point, and we're going to do that. So we're going to talk half an hour, we're going to learn Japanese half an hour, and then we're going to watch a documentary. Probably I'm really interested in the culture about like fantasize, myths, and tradition. I want to deep dive that. So yeah. On Monday we had like I went on a treadmill. We played a little bit Warframe. It was really great. Afterwards, on the evening, I did some electric stuff at right here. Oh, fingers right there, right there. Because right beside me is the not the USB, the outlet for my power, for my PC, for the camera, for everything, and I only had like one. Now I have 3 outlets. Like I can put 3 adapters into the socket, except it was before it was only 1. So that's a big plus, but it took a lot longer. My dad helped me with the electronics every single time. If you don't know what you do or what it is, or if there's still like electricity on, never touch it, never do that. So yeah, I called my dad, asked him I'm going to help him. We did it in like half an hour. Apparently I have lamp socket or cable on my ceiling, and I thought it was like a fire detector. I thought really it was a fire detector, but my dad said, yeah, those are cables for a lamp. So I could buy a lamp that shines in my direction. For example, I have above me, I have a lamp. So if I turn that on, it's going to shine right into the camera and from behind. But I have right here on my right side, right above me, I have also like the cables. So I could place there a lamp and it's going to shine in my face or at my face. Not like a bright light, but like a little bit of light. So it's a bit better with the lighting, because right now, you see it, my right side is light up and my left side is not light up, because on my right side or my windows, they're right now open and it stays. So of course it's going to be like sunlight. Yeah, not much. We slept, and yesterday was also like a great day. We made some progress in Warframe. We built a new set I want to show today for Revenant and Turret weapon. That's also, I'm really excited about that too. So this is like for Warframe Steel Path Mission Turret weapon, Torat, or what it's called. Then afterwards I went to the gym around 3 p.m. around there. I went into the gym, tried to do some workouts. I trained my legs. It was leg day. I don't really like leg day, especially like I have enough muscles at my fucking legs already, and I get fucking cramps just by moving around with them. So yeah, but I did some squats for like the warm-up, then like bench press but for like the legs, and two other missions, not missions, two other what's called, two other sets with two other machines. Right now I have fucking, my legs feel like they're going to fall off, but it's worth it. After the leg machines I went to the bench. And I bench, I think it was like 25 kilograms on the bench. Like one said 20, the other set was the first one was 25, the second one was 20, and the last one was 15 kilograms. So on both sides. So yes, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. After that, I didn't do anything else except I went home, took a shower, like cut my beard, some of my haircut, all by myself. It looks pretty good from my perspective. So yeah, I'm proud of it, of my haircut that I did myself. Yeah, that's what happened the last 2 days. For a goal that I want to set myself for tomorrow and on Friday is to start with the online shop on Shopify. I'd like buy the license for like 3 months. I think $1 is it per month right now for 3 months. And I want to try to set it up. So that's one goal that I really want to do until Friday or with Friday. So yeah, that's the other thing. I think we have covered everything else. I did. Oh, that's also what I did. I changed or I switched from OBS to Melt Studio just to trying out. Right now, I'm streaming over with Melt Studio. I streamed with OBS, but we had a lot of issues on Monday. One example was I can show you, we, this one, we learned Japanese on Duolingo, right? And the problem was, it was like, how should I say it? I could hear the sound, like for example, the Duolingo says like a Japanese word, and I could hear it, but the stream couldn't hear it. So basically, I talked to a fucking wall, and the stream didn't hear anything of it. So that's one thing. Then the other thing was the audio, like completely the audio. For like if I switch scenes, it didn't change the audio, so it kept the same audio every single time. One big issue that I had a lot is with the virtual camera. So for example, you have only one camera. Normally you have only one camera. Then you're going to put the camera in OBS, and from OBS you can split the camera. So like you can activate the virtual camera, so you can use the camera on OBS, and at the same time you can use it on Discord, like other platform as well at the same time. Normally you can only get one input, but for some reason in the last update it fucking broke, and I don't have the option anymore to activate the virtual camera for some fucking reason. I don't know. That's also one negative that I had. The other one is, just like I mentioned it, every fucking time OBS has a fucking update, it just takes OBS, put it in the fucking box, then fucking shakes it like a milkshake. Oh, don't clip that. And just destroys every setting, etc. What you did, and then it's an update. It should improve the stream, but it's going to destroy the stream, like settings or like performance. And this is not only, it happens only not once, but multiple times. So I had to reset OBS to the last update. I never updated OBS. But when I did, then it fucking broke. And that sucks. That really, really sucks. I put like all scenes, different stuff with StreamerBot. For example, like sound effects, shoutout rates, etc. And it breaks every single time. And sometimes like the audio doesn't work, so like they have the beta version of the audio, so you can choose a specific screen or like application, like window, then they make a audio like the audio line just for this window. And then you have like different option. It has to be exactly this one. It has to be like one, like around the same one, or it's going to search for like similarly open windows. Like for example, I use Edge on my browser, so I I had every single setting right, and it still didn't came like it didn't had like sound. That's why we had like problems on Monday. So that's how can you why and it's probably like I did something wrong or I put something on the settings, but I'm not really sure about that because I watched most YouTubes about the audio stuff, scene stuff, etc. And it worked like at the beginning. I think it was like 1 year ago, like 1.5 years ago, where I downloaded OBS. And at the beginning, everything was perfect. So like, I could do anything. I could open a scene, add a audio line to it, and I got the audio from the game, for example. But now it doesn't really want to work the way it should be. And with the streaming bot, it's just sad. So like, I really enjoy OBS because you have like so many different plugin stuff that you can add to your stream. But if I can't do what I want with the audio and screen and it fucking breaks every 10 seconds and I have to look it up while I'm streaming, it's fucking sucks. For me, it sucks because I have to Google everything, watch a video, and try to repair it. And for the viewers, it sucks because they have to watch me do that. And if I can figure it out, they have like for one stream they had no audio because I couldn't fix it. I don't want to do that. Especially if somebody is watching me, they should get like good audio, good quality as well, and they should not watch like the content right now trying to fix something about the stream. They should watch like me, like learning stuff, learn with me stuff, or discovering new stuff from Japan, like, or gameplay, finding like new builds, like new missions, completing missions, etc. That's the content that I want to do. But right now I can't do that. I can do that if OBS every single time breaks. So that's one reason why I'm trying out Mel Studio, because it's like a competitor. I don't say right now a competitor to OBS, because OBS had a lot of other stuff that Mel doesn't have. Especially like a couple of months ago, it was not really that good, but it's going to improve, and it's an alternative if you don't want to use OBS, just like I want to do like streams with complete audio. So especially like multi-streams as well. On OBS it was like you only could stream on one platform. There was probably like a plugin where you can stream to multiple, but I did it like I streamed on OBS on Twitch, TikTok. I had my own studio, and at the time I didn't have access to YouTube. I had my Kick account ready, but I didn't want to stream on it yet. But with Melt, I have all three settings. Not TikTok yet, but on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I'm right now similar at the same time. I'm not going to say the other word. I'm going to I am streaming on those 3 platforms at the same time without any issues. The only thing that I didn't find out or need to like get a plugin, if there is one, to change the different string title, because right now I didn't find any option on Melt Studio where you can do that for all streams, because on OBS you could just go into the streaming settings and then you had right access to the dashboard of Twitch, like for example for the ads, rate, what was it, like goal, clip, editing information, etc. And you can just do that. So I didn't see it yet on Melt, as it's only 1 day since I used Melt, but I'm going to Google or watch like videos. If you can change it, it would be really great, but that's the only thing that I'm right now a little bit sad about, because they don't have it yet. So the setup that I have right now is I have my stream on my second monitor, and then all the streams on all different platforms on my right screen. So I'm going into every single platform separately on my Edge browser. I'm just going to change the title manually every single time. So it's not inconvenient, but it could be better. But I still like it. I really like it. So yeah, we are going to try Melt out, try to get some plugins, try out some new stuff. Right now on the there, on the top left you see the music from Spotify. That's also right now it goes over Streambot, but Streambot don't has access to Melt. It only has access to Twitch, so I could link it over it, but it is also only for Twitch. But I really want to try to like get the chat from all the different streaming platforms and do something with them. So like I don't have the idea yet, but it would be like crazy if you could like, if you type something on YouTube, you can there's like a message in the Twitch, or if you type something on Kick, there's going to be a message on YouTube, and like etc. Like to get like a connection between all the different platforms. I don't know how realistic this is, but it's something to try out and to find out. So that's like the thoughts that I have right now. Yeah, that's all of it right now. For now, we have 2 days time, and after this, like we have tomorrow on and Friday time to figure out stuff, upgrading stuff. I really want to upload like YouTube content. It's also one thing that I want to do, and I want to start again getting the TikTok stream running until next Friday, plus some TikToks, to upload some TikToks as well, because it's right now in this time you need to do content on other platforms to even get seen if you only stream on Twitch. Especially Twitch is right now in the downfall, so that's another story. So we're probably going to talk about that tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on a Friday. We could do that for like just chatting. We are going to talk about what's right now hot in like the space community, because I seen a lot of videos about Tectone getting banned and like the whole situation about multi-streaming. The other thing that I seen is about pirate software. I don't really want to make a video or like talk about that because I liked him a lot, and right now there's a lot of a lot of problems with the movement just killing games. And most of the time, if you watch like videos or like 1 or 2 videos, not everything is true. There's like a lot of misinformation. So I would need to research it over the weekend, and then on Monday stream we could have like a discussion, or like discussion, I would say like a discussion what's right now is, what's true is, what's like the motive behind it, and like in general like a new perspective or like a new opinion about it. I'm open for everything. So even if I don't agree with the person that I'm watching or looking or like talk to, for example like other people in the chat, if there are, it's if I don't agree with the person, I don't head or trying to attack them, because I would rather have a person to have other opinion about like a specific or like a different topic than me, so I could have a discussion. But my thing is, I don't want to tell or like convince, sorry, I don't want to convince the other person to change their minds, or like the other way around, that they want to change my opinion. It's more like an exchange of opinions about different stuff. So maybe I agree with this person for like one topic, and like a completely different topic I'm completely disagree with it. It could happen, but it's like respectfully telling your opinion and then respectfully listen to the other people's opinion. So it's not like I need to convince you pirate software is a good person or a bad person or anything. But I'm so fucking tired. Why I am so tired already. But yes, it's like it's not about trying to post or convince other people to see the way that I see it. I'm more chill about that as well. I do mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. So if somebody says like stuff that they don't mean it, and they apologize, or I did stuff and I don't mean it, I'm going to apologize. I don't care about the reputation. It's still, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Facts, no, not more or less. That's the way it goes. So we are finished with one. We kindly like stepped over it, so we are going to try the best, trying our best to do some Japanese lessons. afterwards we could look it up right now if we go Japanese, and then we can say like the human again. Oh, here. The king of Rikyu. It's 50 minutes long. His name oh. Way of the Samurai. It looks interesting. We're going to save this one, but we are going to look this one. But before that, we are going to learn a little bit of Japanese first. So let's start with the first session. Only one lesson left. So I hope it works the way it should. Yes, hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's a little bit too loud. I didn't adjust the volume for my browser yet. Again. Perfect. Let's put on a little bit more music. Just a little bit more. And then put this volume above here.
それはラーメンですか?
それはラーメンですか? Again.
それはラーメンですか?
それまと Okay.
それはラーメンですか?
それはラーメンですか? です。So, Sora is that ramen, because Sora is that ramen is ramen, like noodles, and deska is. If it's just des, then it's is. Perfect, just like that. Ramen. Okay, let's continue. これラーメンですか? Is this ramen? That's the opposite, like the different one from before. The other one was sore. This one is kore. So like that and this. But it's like the same structure but two different words. Especially like the continuous, like it's a little bit strange. For example, you see it? Deska. Yeah, sorry. Deska is like it's at the end in Japanese, like on the sentence, but in English it's at the front. So most of the time, if you read Japanese, like just read Japanese, most of the time the important stuff, or like the first thing, is you can't just read it and then translate it one by one. You need to read the whole sentence and then translate, because you would read it from the back, that it would make sense. But yeah, it's like for example right now here. So the last one is the first one, the first one is the second one, and the second one here is the last one. So it's funny to me how it's really funny for me I'm writing to propose a collaboration that I think would you streamer. My goal is to help internet streamer like yourself reach audience in your viewership. I just a network, new conclusion. You stream. Add me on Discord. My username is Kicksmart. Thank you for the offering. I'm going to look it up and going to send you a friend request after the stream. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, perfect, we had it. Curry. It's also like most of the Japanese words are really similar to English, but it's like drag out, like curry. Kare.
Kare.
Kare. Like curry, but like kare. Like dragged out, like it's really funny. I seen a TikTok about like Japanese. So in the TikTok they said if you speak English but try to imitate a Japanese person, they would understand it easier than normal English and Japanese. Like, how should I say it? Try to speak like English, but with a Japanese accent, if it makes sense. And it apparently it works. But like koreake, or like train station. Like it's a little bit for me right now. I'm still trying to speak better English, but like just drag the English word like long, train or train, station. Okay, that's Italian. Sounds like Italian, but yeah, you should get it. What I want to say. I'm going to try it. If I'm when I'm in Japan, I'm going to try some Japanese to say. Then I'm going to try out some English, or just like 1 or 2 days I'm just going to speak English. Then 1 or 2 days I'm just going to try to speak Japanese, and then combination of speaking English but with a Japanese accent. And I'm going to post it and keep you updated which one worked and how good it worked. Just like that, we are correct. Oishii. Kore wa oishii ke desu. So cake, so we have it's again this. Now it's like this, but it's not at the back, especially there's no ka, so it's not at the center. So it's the second one right now. So it's kore, this, then des, it's is, and then I'm not sure again, or she. I know the other one is the cake. Is this cake tasty? Oh yeah, it's tasty, but it's also like, again, it's switched again. So like, oshi is oishi ist tasty, und keiki is cake. They're also switched, and it's also a question. So like here, there should be like a question mark. Now I'm looking like a fool. It was the same way, but it doesn't make sense. Is this tasty cake? Like the grammar in English, it would be like is. This is. But this is. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I thought about that is this cake tasty? I switched it up. I switched the first two around, so like, is this cake tasty? It would make sense if it's just like that, but if it's this is tasty cake, then yeah. Action public, that's true. Yeah. It, what it's here right now. I have like some troubles with fucking stream on YouTube for some reason. What does it say? You currently do not have active / public live stream on YouTube. Go live and connect your chat in a couple of minutes automatically. Click here to go to your connect to the chat as successful. Yes, I have connected, but why you telling me that again? Because I was live. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make fuck it. We're going to try some more. Hopefully it's going to stay like that. Cake. Cakey. Cakey.
ケーキ
Cakey.
それは美味しいですか？
それは美味しいです。Is this cake? Is that... Oh, okay,
これは美味しいお茶です
we need to step back. We need to step back and chill. Okay, let's hear this again.
これは美味しいお茶です
これは美味しい I heard 美味しいです but one other thing too.
これは美味しいお茶です
お茶です お茶
で
です Wrong one.
です
Here. Is this tasty green tea? Like, this is tasty green tea.
ピザと水ください。
ピザと水ください。ピザ again ピザ
ピザと水ください。
ピザと
ピザと水ください。
水
水ください。ピザと水ください。
It's pizza and water, please. Yeah.
ピザですか
Pizza desu ka? Like
Pizza.
Pizza
ですか
is pizza.
ピザですか
Pizza desu ka? It's the only work as well. Is it pizza? But that's also again something else, because there's only, like, for example, desu is like this, apparently is it, and it's like one word but like three different like meanings if you have like different sentences. So yeah, it's a lot, but if you get the hang of it, you can like memorize it or like get like a system how you can detect it. But one problem is in real life, you can't just press a button again and they say it again. You have to ask or guess if you can't understand it.
いいえ、それはピザです。
IE?
いいえ、
IE, Pizza.
いいえ、それはピザです。
IE,
そ
Sora.
れ、ピザ
Pizza.
です。
Yes.
は、いいえ、それはピザです。
Pizza.
いいえ、それはピザです。
Pizza this. So, what was that? No. It's not. No. Is this no? No, it's pizza. Yeah, so va. So va. So va. And it's that. Yeah, I switched it up again in my head, like Sora and Kore. Sometimes I'm going to. This is also like with my native language, like German and English. Like I'm going to switch up like English word into German and German into English, especially like again Swiss German too. And the problem is sometimes I have the English word if I'm talking in German. I have only the English word in my head, and if I talk in English, I have only the German word in my head. I still know the other word in the other language, but it doesn't come to my mind for some reason. So yeah, that's also like one thing that it's going to be really hard for me to learn Japanese and maintaining it as well, because I'm going to switch up 3 different languages at the same time. Then rather 2, English and German, now there's going to be Japanese. And it's going to be much harder if I talk to my English friends, or like English speaking friends, in German and then switch to Japanese. So yeah, it's going to be fun, a lot of fun. Okay, then we are going to Kore is this is because we have the des behind. Then oshi cake. It's tasty cake. Not doing the same. Now, just like that, I have my fucking German word, falsch, but I don't know the fucking English word. Like, I know the word, but I don't remember it right now when I need it. It's not arrow, it's not false, it's false, yeah, false, but there's like another word for it, especially like in this situation. Okay, then we have this is that ishi. What ishi? Taste is that tasty.
いいえ、それはピザです。いいえ、ピザは。いいえ、それはピザです。
Was it それはです。
いいえ、それはピザです。いいえ、それはピザです。
いや、
それはピザ、ご飯です。
this is also like one thing that I don't really like, or I don't have a way around it, is in normal language speaking and learning, you can't memorize like the places or like the order of the question. For example, with right now I had like, I know a little bit where what the words mean, but most of the stuff I just memorize it like, this is this word and this needs to go right here, or I goes at the front and this goes right at the back. So like if I only learn with this, I'm only memorizing the orders of the question and only a little bit about Japanese. So I have to try to find out how I can learn differently so I don't memorize the question. So like, maybe I can look for a language app that re-rolls every single answer if you answer it incorrectly. So it doesn't give you every single time the same question and you can memorize it. Because right now we had like 3 false questions, and I memorized them because why they are false. So I could do it, but at the second time I could just memorize where which word goes and learn a little bit of Japanese. That's not the point. The point is really to learn Japanese. 3 lessons. Earn gems, yes. Continue. Let's go to the next segment.
カレーとラーメン
Okay. Alright is curry and 2 is and the last one is ramen. That's also like an easy
これ
one
はお
again.
茶です
Kore wa ocha desu. So I have to check something. Okay, we are back. Kore wa ocha desu. So this is also like one thing that it's easier to get because the first letter is like big, like it's going to be like big, like writing. So I already know it's one of those. I just need to look for the T or like the big letter at the beginning. But I also know that this is
これ
Kore.
は
But normally, if I approach it and don't look at the letters, the first thing that I thought was this, so something with is, then Kora is like that and this, so it's going to be one of those two. But if I see it right now, it's this is a big letter, so capital letter at the beginning, so I know it's this one is the first one, so logically the less after that it's going to be is. Then Bacho is green tea. Is this green tea? No more. It's a question. So yeah, it's
これは美味しいラーメンです
yeah, okay. Kore wa oishi ra ramen desu. So it's again this and kore, so I'm looking for the big T, so it's going to be this is tasty ramen. I'm not going to fall again for it.
美味しいラーメン
Oishi ramen. Tasty. It's just like, it's only like tasty ramen. There's no verb, nothing.
おいしい
Oishi is just
おいし
tasty.
いお茶はおいしいです
Ocha.
おいしいお
No.
いしいお茶
Again.
お茶はおいしいです
Ocha wa
おいしい
oishi
です
desu.
お茶はおいしいです
Well, it's tasty green tea. Okay. Green tea. Green tea is tasty.
これはおいしいカレーです
Oishi. I heard oishi and then ramen as well.
これはおいしいカレーです
Kora.
これ
wa
はおいしい
oishi
です
desu.
これはおいしいカレーです
Kare desu
カ
ka
レーです
desu.
これはおいしいカレーです
So this is tasty curry, if I would guess it. Yes.
ラーメンとカレー
Ramen kate.
Ramen. ラーメンとカレー
Ramen to
カ
kare.
レー
I thought I heard like something else, like a car, also like kare, kare without the two. Because it's if you listen really carefully,
ラーメンとカレー
ramen, then you only heard that to, kare.
ラーメンとカレー
So like slower,
ラーメンとカレー
yeah, just like that. If you slow it down, then you can really hear it. But before, I couldn't hear it probably. This is tasty green tea. So we're going to start with this. So it's going to be, where is it?
これ
This one, kore. It is green tasty tea.
おいし
Oshi,
い
ocha, this. Of course, it's the wa, the kore wa. Curry and ramen. So
カ
kare
レー
to
とラーメン
ramen. This is ramen.
これ
wa kore wa
ラーメン
ramen
です
des. There we go. I'm learning. This is sushi. So it's so where's it?
これ
wa
寿司
sushi
で
des.
す
This is tasty curry. Again, the same thing as before. Where's it?
これは
Maka
寿司
sushi
で
des.
す
Is this tasty curry? Why did I put sushi there? Brain lag. Let's continue. Bye is
じゃあ
Yani.
ね
Johnny. Then
カレー
kare is curry. Water is
水
nice. And then Hito is this. Stop.
人
Konnichiwa. I'm something dumb. Hello. Was it Haito? No. Haito or person.
こんにちは
Konnichiwa. Curry.
カレー
Ramen and miso is for water. Now we're going to recycle the words that I got wrong. So this is tasty green tea. Ko wa oshi. Ocha. This.
ご飯
This.
This.
This is now wrong. I forgot the verb, like, it's tasty. But this is tasty fried. Don't make the same mistake again.
これは
This
美味しい
she
カレー
this.
です
There we go. Then this is tasty green tea. That wa
お茶
osha.
お茶おいしいお茶
Ocha. This.
です
Perfect. Okay, we got through. We're going to switch to the Japanese, but we did great. So, like, we got some new words, and we know how to say that's tasty, and like different foods. This is tasty. You can change it if you just put on the this is tasty. Just switch out this is not tasty with the verb. So it's easier if you just try and do it every day, and just like getting a routine in. So let's go to our video. So I'm going to check right now because of the we have then it's their diary 2, then it's time to learn Japanese. I'm really excited, feeling reading one by you. Oh, I forgot to change that one. I completely forgot about to change the title of our stream on Twitch. What do we have here? Where can I edit? No, I don't want to edit this. I want to edit the where the fuck can I edit it? I'm also new on Kick right now, so I don't really know where. Oh, here's the edit. So then it's time to learn for Japanese. I'm really excited. Feel free to run by. I'm going to skip this and put this here. Save this one. We need to do that really quick. That everything is the same. So then we put here, put that here, and that one here. So then, do we have audio? Yes, we have audio. To put a little bit down on the music, so we can hear this better, and I put that a little bit higher. Okay, this is in German, I need it in English. We're only going to stream in English. Yeah, culture. Let's see what this is. I'm really excited. I'm going to make or take so many pictures on my phone. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to stream in Japan, but I'm sure I'm going to make a lot of pictures, videos. I'm going to post them on social media as like Instagram and Twitter, and probably on TikTok as well, but like in like short content form. I'm really excited about it. Oh, blossom trees. This is Found Muji. Hmm? Already looking so like it's a different culture entirely, and it looks fucking beautiful. I love the architect. I think those are lucky charms for offering for the shrine. I know this much. And it still looks beautiful. Like you have like different, I see like here is like English, English, English. This one is Japanese, Japanese. Flowers, wolves. Wolves are also like in like the culture and fantasy, not fantasy. How it's called in like dragons, etc. But like stories. But I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's like a spirit, foxes, wolves, like demons, etc. It's also really interesting. Really, really interesting. I'm really sorry if every single time I'm going to pause it, but this is a painting like from the old, like long time ago. And just imagine how long it took to make. That's not even paper, it's like it's also like a different word on it. Like pigment paper, like it's not like leather from animals. It's like not silk, it's like special, I think. And you can like have like different layers of paper, and you had like, especially like the painting as well is also completely different. I've seen a lot of animes and different videos about it, so probably going to buy anything like accessories that I'm going to take home. I'm going to buy in Japan. I really like, not much, but like I want to get like some like memories from Japan to take with me in physical form. Like a painting would be great, or like something that I could hang on my walls or put on my desk and look at it every single day. That's like that's what I really want. We're going to stop the music so we don't have very many overlays about the music and the video. But I'm excited, so. Sony, yes. can't wait. Especially there's like in Tokyo a skyscraper with not an elevator but like a staircase where you can see. I don't know if it's this one. If this is Tokyo. This is not the Eiffel Tower, but like there's like a different mini version of the Eiffel Tower, but it's like Tokyo Tower, it's called. And you can just look over the whole city while you're going down the stairs. I'm going to be 2 weeks in Tokyo. I'm going to be the whole September in Tokyo, so the whole September in Japan. So I have planned 2 weeks in Tokyo, and then 2 weeks just going from town to town for 2 weeks until end of September, and then I'm going to fly back. So I have a lot of stuff planning. We are probably going to do next week. Hopefully people are here, because I really want like other people just to suggest like stuff that I could do in Japan, so in Tokyo or near Tokyo, like for those 2 weeks that I'm going around in Japan. It could be like I would say like six until 6 to 8 hours of driving or like transport from Tokyo, like the radius. Maybe more, because I'm going to do that, so I'm just going like into a town, if I can do stuff in the town and I really like the town that I'm right now in, I'm going to like a hotel, buy like a room for like 1 or 2 days. If I really like it, I'm going to buy 3 days. I'm going to stay 3 days. And then I have a new marker on it. Like I'm in a new town, and I have the same radar again, like 6 to 8 hours driving. So I can choose, like if I want to go far, I'm just going to get like an early train. There is like the train station like 24/7. They're going to drive 24/7, so I can just, if I plan stuff, I can say, yo, I'm going to wake up like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to drive like 5 hours in this direction to this town, and then I have around 1 day in the town to look at it, and then in the evening I can decide if I'm going to stay 1 more day or 2 more days. It depends. So I'm really excited about it, and I really want to have those 2 weeks that I'm not in Tokyo. I want to have them like freestyle most of the stuff, but also like some point of direction. So some little stuff like some towns that I want to go, or like attraction that I could go, and then plan it out, but nothing like stone, like written in stone. For example, I'm going on this day, I'm going to this attraction, this and this and this, and the next day I'm going to that and that and that. I don't really want that. I'm going to do that in Tokyo a little bit, because I'm going to stay in Tokyo for 2 weeks. So I'm going to plan like every second day I'm going to do like an attraction, and or maybe more attraction, and some days I'm just have nothing planned, but still I'm going out into Tokyo and just going to look around, buy stuff, etc. So that's the plan what I'm right now at, and I really want to do the planning, or like just look into it we have like an hour just for like stuff every single day from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I'm streaming. So if you have like input stuff that if you should look at it on stream, I'm really appreciate it. So let's go back into the video. Oh, that's also like one. Okay, that is Tokyo. Fun fact about it, you see it right now in this picture. I researched or looked up if I even could get a driver license in Japan, and I already have my driver license, but the one thing is you need to rewrite or translate your driver license from the language that you have. Like for me, it's like German. I have to get a copy in Japanese, and I need to be around 21 years old. I am 21. I'm getting 22 in this summer. It's only like 2 weeks apart. Like it's 19 days apart from my birthday. So this is like one, to rent a car. I need like to drive along a little bit of time. I need to have the right age. I have the right age, and I have to do like a mini test. Or I want to do like a mini test. You don't need to do that, but for myself, the thing is, you have like different rules in Japan. Especially you drive on the left side, not on the right side. So that's also like different. And if I even would drive in Japan, we all know it. You're tired. You looked everything. You went to like a museum, like Power Park, like shopping all day. And then in the evening you're tired and want to go home or drive home. And then you forget, oh, you're not in your country. You don't drive on the right side, but you almost drive in the fucking other street. That's like my thing that I'm scared about if I even would drive it. So that's why if I would get my driver license, but I'm not going to it because I want to use the normal transport like train, buses, etc. Then I would learn more about the traffic laws, how like just traffic laws in general. So I'm not doing the same exam, just like if you do the driver license in Japan, but like the basics, how you drive in Japan, because like the driving style is also different. Every single person drives differently, especially like if like different cultures. Like for example, here in Switzerland, if you see a person walk around on the yellow strips on the ground that you can cross the road, most of the people are just going to slow down. The other like children and all of stuff are also like staying on the mark until the car stops. But for like adult people, I do that the same way. If I'm walking and I see an opening, I see the car slowing down, I'm going to cross the road before the car stops completely. So he doesn't need to stop and then press on the gas pedal again. So he can just brake a little bit and then roll it out until I cross the road. But in Japan, it's probably you need to. It's like it's not a written rule, but like unspoken rule. For example, right now I see here you have 5 different lanes. So like you have 1 lane where you drive, 1 lane to park, like stuff, like get in and get out, or park your car in front, and then you have your lanes where you can turn. So that's also like a little bit different, because we don't have this extra lane. So if you would drive it, you need to look your left and right if a car comes or goes. And this one is because right now this is Tokyo. It's the famous Tokyo, like how it's called, the intersection of Tokyo. It is. I think it is. Is it? I could be wrong. Tokyo intersection. Yes, yes, it is. If the fucking picture would come up. Oh, there we go. Yes, this one is the same intersection. I know it. Like the most popular attraction across the road in Japan. I'm going through this intersection. If I'm in Tokyo, I'm going to this intersection, and I'm going to walk right over here, like the big drive right across it, right across it. I'm going to do that, 200%. So. It's also like one thing, because that's also like one reason because I want to use the train station. Because of that, you get like a completely different view of the country, and if you're driving, you need to concentrate on the road. If you are in a train station or in a train or like public transport, you don't need to worry about like driving, so you can just enjoy the view and just relax. That's also like one thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's not really new to me. So beautiful. I'm so sorry that I'm really pausing every 5 seconds.
A volcanic archipelago on the eastern edge of the Eurasian continent. A land of stunning natural beauty, enhanced by centuries of unique art. Having a history completely unlike any other nation, it has maintained a unique and distinctive culture to the present day. This is the country that rose from the ashes of defeat in war to become a global economic superpower. This is the land of samurai and judo, sushi and bonsai, manga and Godzilla. This is the land of the rising sun. This is Japan. Rising sun. This is.
Right now, picturing it right now in my mind. I'm going to see all this.
Japan.
That I'm going to post the link in the different. Take this message. This one. I want to tag it. So we're going to put it here too. This also. Just that everybody could watch it if they want to watch it in like internally. This perfect.
Japan is an archipelago lying off the eastern temperate coast of Asia, and is a country that is the home of the people of the same name, the Japanese. They call their own country Nihon or Nippon, which literally means sun's origin, referring to the fact that it is the first significant place in Asia to receive the sunrise each day. The word has been in use since around 700 AD. The English word for this country, Japan, is believed to have come through a corruption of Nippon via Portuguese, Malay, or Mandarin Chinese. The Japanese archipelago has been inhabited by humans at least as far back as 16,000 years by hunter-gatherers known as the Jomon. But around 300 BC, the Yayoi people began to move into the islands from the mainland, bringing with them the ancestor of today's Japanese language, as well as Chinese influences in art and architecture. The first mention of Japan in written records was in the Chinese Book of Han in 111 AD, and the later Chinese records of the Three Kingdoms mention Yamato as being the most powerful of a number of states on the archipelago. Buddhism arrived around the 6th century from the Korean peninsula and was mixed with the traditional Shinto religion of the islands. A gradual centralization of power took place between the 6th and 8th centuries in what was known as the Asuka period, but the first truly recognizable Japanese state began in the Nara period of the 8th century, with the first emperor ruling from a Chinese-styled court. The capital moved to Kyoto in 794, where it would remain until almost the present day. Introverted into the politicking of the imperial court, the emperor's power declined over the following centuries, and regional clans filled the vacuum. Civil war erupted in the 12th century, with the Minamoto clan coming out on top, and their head becoming the first shogun, a military ruler with true power, with the emperor merely as a figurehead. Japan would remain more or less under military rule for the next 7 centuries. During these next centuries, power shifted back and forth between the regional clans and their armies of samurai and the shogun. These clans united to beat off 2 attempted Mongol invasions in 1274 and 1281, but by 1467 the shogun's power was broken, and the country descended into violent civil war, with more than a dozen clans ruled by feudal war.
Interesting, I didn't know that. So, we have a lot of different regions. Basically, they had like a king, so the shogun. He had the military, but there were like little, like tinier clans. They opposed the shogun, and apparently they won right now.
Lords known as daimyo fighting it out over the next century in what became known as the Sengoku period, the stories of which have gone into legend to be retold time and again. This period was further complicated by the first arrival of Europeans, principally the Portuguese, but later the Dutch and English, who brought with them Christianity and guns. This period was finally concluded in the year 1600 at the Battle of Sekigahara, when the warlord Tokugawa Ieyasu was triumphant and all other rival clans defeated. While the powerless emperor remained in Kyoto, the shogun Tokugawa moved his court to Edo, later renamed Tokyo, and his successors held absolute power for the next 2.5 centuries. Christianity was viewed as a threat to the shogun's power and was outlawed under penalty of death. To go further, all external influences would be prevented as Japan closed itself off from the outside world. Japanese were forbidden to travel abroad. No foreigners were permitted to enter Japan, with only a sole Dutch outpost being permitted. No other country in world history has enacted such a wide-reaching policy of isolation for so long. Despite the isolation, Japan flourished economically and artistically, and its population expanded considerably, reaching 30 million by the year 1700, with Edo being the largest city in the world by 1721. At this time also, private schools flourished, and it is thought that Japan may have been the most literate country in the world at that time. By the mid-1800s, however, the power of the shogun was waning as a result of growing unrest from government ineptitude and economic stagnation. But it took a foreign power to act as the catalyst for change. In 1852, a fleet of United States warships led by Commodore Perry was given a mission by the president to force Japan to open up to trade. The following year, this fleet arrived in Edo Bay and used its displays of superior military might and technology to intimidate the Japanese authorities, who eventually had to concede in allowing foreigners to visit and trade with the country. This change destabilized the shogunate, and after a brief civil war, was deposed in 1868, with the emperor restored to power in what became known as the Meiji Restoration, named after the emperor's dynastic name. It was at this time that the capital was moved from Kyoto to Edo, and that city renamed to Tokyo, meaning Kyoto of the East. Renamed to Tokyo. It was at this time that the capital was moved from Kyoto to Edo.
So Kyoto was an older city. They changed it to Edo, and then Edo became Tokyo.
And that city renamed to Tokyo, meaning Kyoto of the East. In the following decades, the fastest modernization of any country in history took place, with Japan developing from an almost feudal society into an industrialized nation. Westerners were brought in their thousands to advise and supervise.
I know that Japan had like a massive spike around the 1900s, I think. From there it was like, now I know why, because they let foreigners in with the technology, and then they took the knowledge of the technology and just massively upgraded it, apparently.
In the construction
That's also like one reason, because everything comes from Japan.
Of railways and factories, and the traditional dress of the rulers and the armies of the shogunate was replaced by European-style uniforms. Despite this westernization, however, the Japanese held firm to their traditional mix of Buddhist and Shinto culture and traditions. It was during this period that the last and most northerly of the main islands of the archipelago, Hokkaido, began to be colonized. Throughout all the preceding centuries, the island was inhabited by the ethnically distinct Ainu people, and there had been little interest in it by the shogunate and the main clans due to its harsh winter climate. But this changed with the growth of Japan into a modern nation, as its lands were seen as a means of feeding the growing population, as well as ensuring that a firm presence there would resist the threat of a Russian takeover. Between 1850 and 1950, the population on the island exploded from just 70,000 to over 4 million. The native Ainu people were assimilated into the larger population, their distinctive culture all but extinguished. There had never been a democratic tradition in Japan, and so although an elected House of Representatives was part of the new constitution, only 2% of Japanese could vote, and ultimately all nominal power was held by the emperor. The military began to gain power and influence throughout the government, believing that the only way to ensure Japan's survival in this age of Western colonialism was to use its new industrial power to seize colonies of its own, gaining Taiwan in 1894 and, emboldened by the defeat of the Russian fleet in 1905, occupying Korea in 1910. This process of military control accelerated rapidly in the late 1920s and early 1930s, inspired by fascism from Europe, with moderates and dissidents murdered. In 1931, the large northern Chinese province of Manchuria was occupied, and in 1937, Japan began a full-scale invasion of China, the latter weakened by its own civil war which had been raging since the disposal of the emperor in 1911. Such actions brought condemnation from the United States,
France, Japan, Great Britain. It's France, United States. I didn't know that. And the last one, Netherlands. Where are the Netherlands?
States and the United Kingdom.
I don't see the Netherlands. Oh, down here. right here on the bottom. You can't see it because of the logo, but it's like on the bottom left.
Who saw the growth of Japanese regional power as a threat to their own colonies and influence in the region. Japan responded by allying itself to fascist powers in Europe, Germany and Italy in 1940, further worsening relations with the US and Britain. With the Japanese invasion of French Indochina, what is today Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos, Western trade embargoes culminated in an oil embargo, and without oil, Japan would not be able to continue its industrialized warfare and had to act. Realizing it could not win a long war with the United States, Japan aimed to knock them out of the Pacific with a devastating blow. And so on December 7, 1941, they launched the surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, as a pretext to a declaration of war. At the same time, Japanese forces invaded British Southeast Asia, and within weeks, Singapore had fallen in what is regarded as the worst defeat in British military history. The Philippines and the Dutch East Indies, what is now Indonesia, were also occupied in rapid succession. It seemed that Japanese military power was unstoppable. And so it is that we enter what I consider to be the darkest part in Japanese history. For the peoples of those subject nations and the Allied soldiers captured as prisoners of war, life under Japanese rule was nothing short of hell. Through a twisting of the traditional Bushido samurai code, defeated armies and peoples were viewed as subhuman by the ruling military, and their armies were ordered to treat them brutally. Allied POWs were starved, put into forced labor, tortured and executed, while subject peoples in China, Korea, the Philippines and elsewhere were subject to massacres, mass rape and forced prostitution. By this same twisted code, the Japanese were taught that to be taken alive by the enemy was worse than death. And so as the Allies finally began to turn the tide of war in late 1942, the slow process of expelling the Japanese from their occupied territories was met with ferocious resistance, with soldiers fighting to the death rather than be captured, and in the ultimate symbol of nationalistic sacrifice, pilots of the Japanese Navy turned themselves into guided missiles in suicidal kamikaze attacks on US ships. The Battle of the Pacific, one of the most brutal and savage in any of history, reached an ultimate and truly apocalyptic crescendo in mid-1945. In the face of such suicidal resistance, it was estimated that a full-scale invasion of the Japanese main islands would result in 500,000 deaths of US servicemen, and a decision was made by US President Truman to use the ultimate weapon against the enemy. On August 6th and 9th of 1945, 2 atomic bombs were dropped on the southwestern cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Between them, almost 250,000 people were killed, mostly civilians. It is the only time in history where atomic or nuclear weapons have been used in war. After such a devastating shock, Japan had no choice but to think the unthinkable, and it surrendered unconditionally. The country was in ruins. The 2 atomic bombs just the final blow after months of conventional bombing that had devastated all major cities. For the first time in its long history, Japan was occupied by a foreign power, the United States. The leadership of the Japanese military under Tojo were tried and executed as war criminals, but the Allies decided to let the Japanese keep their emperor, Hirohito, to prevent total humiliation of the nation and any potential unrest in the general population. In the following years of occupation, up to 1952, major reforms were made to ensure that democracy and an orientation to peaceful methods would survive into the future. And this has borne out in the 7 decades since, with the country not having fought a war but instead focusing on economic growth and power. Mirroring, in a way, the incredible transformation from feudal to industrial power in the late 1800s, Japan pulled off another economic miracle, rising from the ashes of World War II to become the world's second largest economy by the late 1960s. The economy grew year on year, on average by 10% from 1956 until 1973, and by 1968 only the United States had a higher economic output. Due largely to trends in overall demographics, however, the economic boom came to an end in 1989 with the stock market and property price crash, and throughout the 1990s there was virtually no growth in what became known as the lost decade. Since 2000, growth has recovered, albeit slowly. Japan is a unitary state, meaning that the central government has supreme authority, as opposed to federal systems like the United States. The country is divided into 47 counties called prefectures, and some of the larger prefectures such as Hokkaido are divided into sub-prefectures. At the base of the state administration are the municipalities, numbering over 1,700 in total. Some of the larger cities like Tokyo and Osaka have their own exceptional government structures. Since the new constitution was created in 1947, the emperor has no formal powers, and so Japan is now a constitutional monarchy governed by an executive of a prime minister and cabinet elected from the parliament known as the National Diet. The Diet is bicameral, meaning that it is composed of two houses: a 465-seat lower house of representatives elected by universal suffrage every 4 years, and a 245-seat upper house of councillors elected again by all Japanese citizens over the age of 18, serving 6-year terms. The conservative Liberal Democratic
I did not know that. I know that Chinese has like only the government, and they choose everything and decide everything. I never question how Japan does it. And right now it's really similar. It's similar to America, but it's also similar to Swiss. We have the same thing, but like with 3 stages, but the same thing. So, and we are like a little more smaller, but we have 3 stages like parliaments, sub-parliaments, and then another one.
Party has been in power for all but 9 of the years since 1955 and dominate Japanese politics, making some international commentators describe Japan as a flawed democracy. The current emperor is Naruhito, son of Akihito, who abdicated in 2019, and grandson of Hirohito, who had lived through all the turbulence of the nationalistic takeover of Japan, the most violent of all wars, its defeat and subsequent occupation by the United States, and its rise economically afterwards. Ultimately, these emperors trace their lineage back to the 7th century BC according to legend, although the first historically verifiable emperor dates to the 6th century AD. Either way, Japan is regarded as the world's oldest surviving monarchy. Japan is an archipelago of over 6,800 islands occupying the northwestern Pacific. All but 4 of these islands are comparatively small and outlying, and it is on the 4 main islands where the vast majority of the population live. A 5th Okinawa in the far south halfway to Taiwan is a notable exception to this rule. The main 4 are from north to south: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. It is possible to travel across all 4 main islands by train, and from tip to tip would take you just 29 hours thanks to the remarkable bullet trains that run all the way from Sapporo in the north to Kagoshima in the south. A car journey would take you 37 hours by comparison and involves a ferry crossing from Hokkaido to Honshu in the north. Japan's total land area is about 400,000 square kilometers, making it the 4th largest island in the world and 61st country overall. It has the 6th longest coastline of any nation. Its highest point is Mount Fuji at 3,776 meters, a dormant volcano that last erupted in 1708 and, owing to its near-perfect profile, a national symbol and the most photographed natural feature on Earth. Japan is bordered by the Pacific Ocean all along its southeastern flank. To the northwest it faces the Korean Peninsula, the Sea of Japan, and the extreme southeast of Russia around their port of Vladivostok. To the north is Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands, also a part of Russia, but with the closest 4 being claimed by Japan. To the south runs the long chain of the Ryukyu Islands that face China across the East China Sea. Japan spans about 20 degrees of latitude from 24 degrees north at the bottom of the Ryukyu chain to 45 degrees north at the tip of Hokkaido. Consequently, it sees great variation in climate. The far southern islands are subtropical bordering on tropical. As we head north along the Ryukyu chain,
So like Japanese had like different in whole Japan the climate is different every single day. Like for example, like if you're at the top, you have like you're colder because you're farther away from the equator, right? And then if you go to Tokyo and then going below Tokyo, it's getting hotter and hotter.
And onto the main islands, the humid subtropical climate of hot summers and cool winters, with year-round precipitation, dominates all but mountain areas and is regarded as the principal climate of Japan. It's only when we move into the north of Honshu Island where the winters start to become cold and consistently snowy, and where we find a hot summer continental climate. Finally, in the far north, these hot summers give way to only warm ones, and in combination with the cold winters, the island of Hokkaido is therefore dominated by the warm summer continental climate. The humid subtropical and continental climates are characterized by 4 distinct seasons, and being present in Japan have become a part of their culture and art history. The snows and chills of winter contrast with the full green leaf and sweltering heat of summer, while autumn bursts into vivid color, thanks to so many maples being present on the islands. But it's the spring that is celebrated the most, specifically the flowering of the cherry tree, the blossom that the Japanese call sakura. The blossom lasts no more than a week or so in one location, but the wave of blossom travels up the country from south to north over March and April. During this festival, known as Hanami, family and friends celebrate with food and drink together beneath the trees in a tradition that goes back centuries. The northwest coast of Japan has the peculiarity of being one of the snowiest places in the world. This is owing to a rare combination of cold winds blowing over water onto the land. In this case, the dry cold winds that consistently blow out from central Siberia each winter. As they roll over the Sea of Japan, they gather moisture, then deposit it heavily onto cities like Sapporo and Niigata. This unusual effect is the winter part of the Eastern Asian monsoon, the world's largest weather system, which affects all islands in Japan. In summer, winds move in the opposite direction from the Pacific Ocean toward the Eurasian mainland, laden with moisture. As most of the populated cities are on the southeast side of the islands, these cities experience higher rainfall in summer than in winter as a result. Owing to its heavily mountainous geography, 2/3 of the land is not suitable for either agriculture or urban development, and so much of the country has retained the natural biome of temperate broadleaf forest. In the far north, this forest gives way to coniferous boreal forest, while in the far southern islands a form of tropical forest is present. That mountainous geography has a single cause, one that is perhaps Japan's biggest curse: plate tectonics. Japan lies adjacent to fault lines that separate the giant Pacific plate with others on the eastern edge of Asia. This has produced volcanoes such as Mount Fuji just mentioned, but more importantly earthquakes, and especially the tsunami that can sometimes be produced when these occur over water. In fact, the word tsunami is one that we have borrowed from Japanese, so much that these destructive forces have dominated their history, with the most recent being the Tohoku earthquake of 2011. This magnitude 9 quake killed 16,000 to 20,000 people, the vast majority of whom were drowned by the tsunami, and led to the nuclear disaster at Fukushima, whose effects are still ongoing today. Japan has a population of 126 million, ranked 11th in the world, with 80% of them living on the largest island of Honshu. Almost a third of them, 38 million, live in the greater Tokyo area, which is the most populous metropolitan area in the world. The second largest conurbation is that of Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto, having 20 million people. Between them, these two conurbations account for half of Japan's population.
Know where this is. Google it. This is Osaka, Kobe, it's a little bit farther away from Tokyo, but still near it. Okay. Then
Already one of the most densely
move on.
populated nations in the world, and with most of the land area mountainous, this population is crammed into crowded cities that occupy the relatively rare coastal.
Yeah, so like here is Tokyo, and what was the other name? Osaka is, I think, here. here is Osaka. You also see like most of the red parts, like this one is, this whole is Tokyo and this is Osaka. But still, it's still a lot.
Plains. The vast majority of Japan's population, over 98%, are ethnic Japanese, making the country one of the most ethnically homogeneous in the world. At 83.5 years, Japan is ranked number 2 in the world for life expectancy, with the island of Okinawa having the highest proportion of centenarians found anywhere in the world. With an increasing aging population due to a reduction in the birth rate in recent decades, the population is expected to fall considerably to 95 million by 2050, which will have significant effects on the economy, housing, and so on. The Japanese language is spoken by virtually all the inhabitants of the archipelago. Its origins are uncertain, but it is believed to have come across from the mainland by the Yayoi people about 2 millennia ago. It is the dominant member of the small Japonic language group, with Ryukyuan being the other, spoken only by older people in the Ryukyu Islands and now facing extinction. Japan was greatly influenced by the Chinese in the 8th and 9th centuries, with as many as half the words today believed to have come from this period of importation. The written language is one of the most complicated in the world, being a combination of 3 different scripts: kanji, hiragana, and katakana. Kanji, derived from Chinese, uses thousands of different pictograms to describe meaning and is used for most content words. Hiragana and katakana represent spoken syllables and are used to perform grammatical linkages and borrowed foreign words respectively. Shinto and Buddhism are the country's primary religions. Shinto is exclusive to the archipelago and is based on the belief that kami, or spirits, are present throughout nature as well as in people. Buddhism arrived in Japan around a millennium after its birth in India in the 6th century BC. Japan's flag is unmistakable, being a simple red disc in the center of a field of white, representing the rising sun. It has been in use formally since 1870, although the use of a sun flag to represent the Japanese imperial court goes back as early as the 8th century. Japan has no coat of arms as such, but the chrysanthemum is considered a national emblem and represents the emperor. Japan's economy is the 3rd largest in the world after the United States and China, and ranks as number 1 in the world by the Economic Complexity Index. It is dominated by an advanced manufacturing sector that exports electronics, cars, motorcycles, robots, and dozens of other types of finished products or components built to a quality and precision that is the envy of the world. Japan's rise as an economic superpower, the original tiger economy, is a truly remarkable story when one considers that it was barely out of the feudal era a century and a half ago. The manufacturing techniques that originated in Japan, such as just-in-time logistics, have been emulated today by most Western economies, as well as the later tiger economies of the Far East, such as Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, and finally China. Japan was the first country to develop high-speed rail systems, with their world-famous Shinkansen, or bullet trains, first appearing in 1964.
Oh, I don't know. Should I or should I not try to get on a bullet train? It would be like a really, really exciting experience to get on a bullet train. The bullet trains are really fast, right? That's why they are called bullet trains. But I don't know. This is also like a plan that we could do. Like, I'm going to use a bullet train from Tokyo to go to Osaka, and then from Osaka stay like a week there in Osaka, around Osaka, and then after that I take another bullet train and then go up north from Tokyo. That would be also like an option, so I'm going to write that also down to use Japanese bullet train. I'm going to write this separately on my sheet as well to do or try to think, or like, yeah, probably going to be a little bit different, but still.
And continuing today to link all the major cities across all 4 main islands. Japanese manufacturing brands are household names globally. In the automotive sector, these include Toyota, the world's largest by volume of production, Nissan, Honda, Suzuki, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Subaru, Isuzu, and Daihatsu.
I heard every single, like not every single one of them, but most of them I heard. Now they saying it makes sense that they came from Japan. It was like I know Sony came from Japan, but most of those I didn't know where they came
Until
from.
the recent ramp-up of Chinese production, Japan was making more cars, trucks, and motorcycles than any other country in the world, and is still the world's largest automotive exporter. In electronics, Japan dominated for decades, although recent competition from South Korea, Taiwan, and China has reduced their market share. Nonetheless, its electronics industry is still the world's largest, and Japanese brands of televisions, cameras, video recorders, camcorders, video game systems, and laptops are legend. Past and present, they include Sony, Panasonic, Canon, Nintendo, Yamaha, Epson, Toshiba, Hitachi, Sega, Nikon, Sharp, Konica Minolta, Fujitsu, Casio, JVC, Pioneer, Sanyo, Raiko, and NEC.
I only knew Sony and Nintendo, that they came from Japan.
These corporations were leaders in the development and mass market production of the transistor radio, the personal cassette player, digital watches, video recorders, and laptops. Tokyo has the third largest stock exchange in the world, after the New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq, while the Japanese currency, the yen, is the third most widely traded currency, after the US.
We have 1, 5, 10. So this is 50. So 15, 20, 25, I would say. Then 50, 10, 50, 100, 500. Then it should go up to 1,000. 1,000 is like paper note. So 500. I don't know, 600, 750, then 800 maybe. Let's see. Let's Google it. Japanese. So there we have coins in 5, 1 yen, 5 yen, 10 yen, until 50 yen. Ah, dumb. This is the bag. This is the bag. The coins. Those are the bags of the coins. So you only have 1, 5, 10, 50, 150. 500, 100, 50, 100, 500. This is the bag of the coin. I didn't realize that. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay, move on.
US dollar and euro. The last decade of the 1990s and early 2000s saw economic activity contract, and this is part of the reason why Japan has by far the highest national debt of any developed nation at an eye-watering 236% of GDP in 2017. With the aforementioned demographic issues of a declining population, the economic future of the country remains unclear. Japanese culture is one of the most distinct and globally recognized in the world. It is a complex fusion of both East Asian and Western influences, but at its center is a rich body of customs and art that originated within the archipelago. The Japanese unique take on calligraphy, illustration, painting, flower arranging, garden design, poetry, theater, and clothing are admired globally and have led to many Japanese words finding their way into English, including bonsai, haiku, ikebana, kabuki, origami, geisha, kimono, and karaoke. Japanese traditional warfare has been a magnet for aficionados around the world for many years, with the costumes, traditions, and weapons of the samurai, particularly from the Warring States period of the 16th century, being instantly recognizable. Its martial arts are world famous and include karate, sumo, aikido, and kendo, with judo in particular being internationally popular and taught in dojos or schools around the world. And on a related subject, ninjas, anyone? More recent global influences have come from Japan fusing its power in the electronics industry with its long tradition of art and storytelling in the video games industry, being a major player in this market since the 1970s. Japanese cartoons and comics, manga and anime are the latest incarnations in a tradition of illustration that goes back centuries, and now enjoy a huge audience globally in addition to the domestic market. Japanese cinema is as
My Hero Academia is one of the best animes, and one of the really good
old as any
anime.
in Europe or North America, and had a golden age in the 1960s, with Kurosawa's Seven Samurai regarded in many polls as one of the finest films and most influential in cinema history. And dare we mention it,
Godzilla.
a prehistoric sea monster awakened and empowered by nuclear radiation to become a global pop icon. And I haven't even mentioned food. The Japanese have developed a distinctive and refined cuisine across the centuries, with ramen noodles, fried tempura, teriyaki meats, and sushi being the most popular around the world. Any country that can make raw fish not only edible but desirable deserves particular credit. For a relatively small country, isolated on the eastern fringe of the continental landmass of Eurasia, Japan's global reach is astonishing. As a gaijin who has studied this country, its history, and its art for the longest time, I still have to scratch my head when trying to understand the fundamental essence of the country and its people. What is Japan? Who are the Japanese? There are few, if any, non-Western countries that have so successfully taken the expansion of Western culture and fused it into their own rich historical traditions and art. And yet how does one reconcile the softness and perfection of their manners with the savagery that has marked the darker episodes in their history? I, for one, cannot. Japan is as much of a mystery as it is a fascination, and will likely continue to be so in the centuries to come. And that's Japan. I hope you enjoyed this whirlwind tour of that unique archipelago and its people. If you did, then please like and share this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially if you're from this country, and if I missed out anything that you feel is important. If you haven't done so already, then please click the subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. And if you'd like to support future development of this channel, then please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm going to like, subscribe, and comment below on this video and on my video that I'm going to make just from there. I really enjoyed it. Most of the time, like from my experience, like from school and learning about history, my history of my country, I'm not really interested. I learned it, I studied it just like every single other person, but for me it was like I know the history because I grew up in this country. I know most of the history that I get from tradition, like events, like festivals that we do just in Switzerland. So I know not all my history in Japan, in the Swiss, but I never had like a touch for it, especially like for me, like memorization for like in every single subject, even if it's like in language, it's in fucking math or math like numbers. What was there more like community service, grammar. But we have also more. So like in every single subject, with that memorization, I could read it, I can watch it, I can learn it, but it doesn't stay in my mind. But right now, I really, really, really enjoy it. I see how draw so much larger than the chin. It looks like glass. I don't know. I've been born like that. I really can't say why. Probably it's a little bit different, like a different style, because I shaved my beard. So it's maybe that. Like 6'2", 6'2", like 190 centimeters. That's like 6'1", 6'2" feet. Okay, yeah, okay, that's 6'5". But yeah, it's not even that tall, especially like in Switzerland. It's like, okay, it's tall from average male in Switzerland, but still, I still get like when I walk around in Switzerland, still have like people that are taller than me. Yes, I'm chubby. That's also like one thing that I'm right now. I'm still changing. I'm still on changing. For example, normally after we do like the Japanese session for like learning and like talking stuff, like the just chatting stuff, we play like games on the treadmill um, to get like some activity going on. It looks like them. Yes, I know, I know. The the stone mountain stone from four. What was his name? Let's Google it. Uh, for stone friend. Uh, Cork. It was Cork, yeah. How, how do you see like this the similarity between me and this from Iceland? Which one? From Iceland. I'm talking for the Iceland guy who plays the mountain in Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Okay, I just read like 4. Like yeah, that's Game of Thrones. What is it? 4 is the real name, and he plays in Game of Thrones. Yeah, this one.
People ask me.
This one. There's another one. Yes. Okay, if I have beard, yes. Especially like with my haircut that I right now have, I see like a similarity, yeah. I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to make a picture in like how long is it, like 1 or 2 months? And then I have like a beard again because I had like I shaved it yesterday. Maybe I can find a picture from when I have a beard. Let's give me like a couple of minutes. I just need to look if I have a picture. Profile. This one? Yeah, that was like me, I think, 2 years ago with the beard. Put it on the test. Don't have here, like on right below the mouth. I don't really have beard, like only like you see it on here, like only like little bit of hair, but not like full hair. Shoulders and built-in face. So kind of it, yeah, kind of see it. This one right here. So we are finished. Yes, yes. We finished the documentary that we wanted to watch from Japan. We're going to switch to Warframe until I have to go. It depends because the reason is I'm right now renovating a whole apartment with my dad, and as soon as my dad comes home, I'm going to help him with like other stuff. So that's why we had like I don't have like a time when I'm going to finish streaming or when I'm going to have time. That's how about Warframe Total War? That be good to do that. Yes, I'm already doing that. Especially like my dad is like, if he can fix anything, he's going to fix it himself. Like electricity, water pipes. We did like on the apartment that we are right now doing. We completely destroyed 2 walls. Yeah, most people don't really want to help. It depends on how you've been raised. So like, it really depends on your personality as well. But what was it? We broke 2 walls down. We broke from 3 rooms. We broke everything from the floor. So we are putting like heat installation in the floor. Then we pulled every single electronic out and reinstalled everything. It was like an yo, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. No, my dad is not home yet. He's working right now. He said he's coming home at 5 p.m. So he's not home yet. But as soon as my dad comes home, and if he needs my help, this is like also like one thing. Sometimes we don't have the materials right now. Maybe he's tired. Maybe it's like other stuff going on. So I'm just on standby. If he needs my help, then I'm going to like end the stream. I'm going to stream on Friday again, but I'm going to end the stream. But if he doesn't need my help, I'm going to stream. Yeah, that's the plan. Like the plan that I'm right now going for it. So yeah, we changed all. Also, we are right now changing all the pipes, like water pipes and heating pipes, because it's like an old building. Like it is almost 70 or 80 years old, the building. So the apartment is right now free, so but nobody is in there. So we are going to renovate everything. Like we put now new pipes, new electronics, new walls, new floors, paint everything. Like after everything is finished, we're going to paint everything. So that's what we do what it's planned. So plan is we do most of the stuff until September. In September, I go to Japan. I'm going to visit on vacation to Japan. That's why we right now are going to learn Japanese and like study like culture because it's really interesting. And after September, in October, we're going. The plan is most of the stuff should be finished until October, so we can rebuild the walls that we broke down. And then we have like smaller stuff to do until end of the year. And plan is next year the apartment should be finished so we can like rent it again. That's the plan. But I don't want to jinx it, but it's probably not going to work the way it's supposed to be. So yes, I really hope it's going right, like plan, we're going to do that, and we can go from 1B, C, and not like, oh, we are right now renovating, like, we're going to, and right now we only have the pipes for the heating system, and then if you're going to replace them, oh, there is like another pipe. What should we do right now? Because we can't go through a fucking pipe. That's like the bad part if you renovate like an old building and you don't have any plans or like construction plans where what goes through where. Like we didn't know where the electronic goes through, like the pipes. We didn't know where the water goes through, or like the heating water. We had no clue about it because my grandfather built it, so he didn't have any, or he didn't plan it. So he did it. He built it himself, the house, but he didn't document it where the fucking pipes goes through. Oops, wrong. So we going to open Warframe, and then we're going to play until my dad comes and tells me if he needs my help or if he doesn't need my help. So those are those two options that we have right now. I still need to change. We're going to change the right now not on the treadmill. I'm going to change that a little bit. Just we have playing some. There we go. Then copy this one, and we're going to copy it into our streaming. First one is going to be Twitch, then the second one is, where's the chatting editing here? Up. Then the third one is going to be on YouTube. DC, I forgot about that. Save. Then here we are also going to put it in twice. Fuck. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we are so we're going to switch the scenes. Close this and what is this? There we go. It's And we're going to put on some music. Okay, we have the sound. So I'm going to change this and that. I'm just going to close my windows, and then we're going to do, I don't know, maybe we're going to farm like stuff. Go. Then yeah, we are set for playing some Warframe. Let's see what we have. Some dailies. We'll have the same dailies. We have something to craft, yes. Nice. I'm excited about this. And there's the one. Right here. So we get one more formal. And then we go look for our dailies. Oh yeah, we can activate. We could activate our trading stuff, so we can get some more platinum. Really, I can't speak again. Really need some more platinum for our turret, for a weapon. Show all, yes. So we can. We have this one. Yeah, I can buy the most that I need. The mod that I not really need, but I still want to get it because I had like, I can build another build. Which one was that? Any ops grants 50% more ability strength, yes. That's armor. This one. We want this one. Oxen, Dev Cube, Shade, Warframe, Arcwing. There's nothing else that I really need right now from this one. Then I don't remember if we have everything. I think demos, daily mission, we don't have it yet. And we can upgrade it in for level 4, I think, level 4. But that's also one good thing. I'm from Switzerland. I can also speak German, but if I can help it, I'm trying to only speak English. It's the same thing with shut up, shut the fuck up. So I have already like issues just by speaking German and English, and right now I'm trying to learn Japanese as well. My thing is, I can learn it, I can understand it, but I can't speak it. Like, if you speak with me English, I can understand every single word, but the pronunciation that I'm going to speak to you, it's not really good, and some of the times I don't remember the word. So like, it's complicated. So I know the word, but only in German. And if I speak in German, and like casually speaking with my friends, some of the time I just, the word that I'm right now trying to say only comes in English. But I know the word in German, but it doesn't, my mind is like, no, you know the word, but I give you the word in another language. For like 10 minutes straight. I can't say it because it doesn't come to my mind. And after 10 minutes, oh yeah, it was this word. Like, I'm probably going to have the same issues with Japanese too. So it's going to be one worse than before, or two, it's getting better. One of those two things. I hope for the second one it's getting better. I need, how much points do I need? I need 6.3k. Why not? Should I? What do I get here? Not really important. That would be nice. That would be also nice. What do I get here? 150 mother tokens. Oh yeah, wait. What about Xaku? Oops, wrong one. I still have like a lot of stuff to do in Warframe, but still I have 5 of those. Okay, I can sell 4. So I need the helmet and the system with 4 Xaku bounties. Where do I get it? I get from here, I get the helmet, and the system I get from here. What is this? Brutal Force, Salvage. Okay, let's do this one. Sometimes I play like, right now, the Warframe that I'm really playing is Titania or Xaku, because I really like his build that I right now on it. For like defense missions and like stuff that I need to defend or need a lot of health, I go for Dante because it's like a tank, overguard. So yeah, that's also like one thing. Select all those. Hey, no, come on. No. More good run, and we are going to be set. And it was increased because one player joined my session. Tall. Why did it join? I would have had it. There we go. Go. One is, where's the other one? It's here. And then where was the last one? There we go. we go. What's this? On kill. And aiming. Yeah. Need a little bit more music. Or turn up the volume. There we go. New. It's a little bit. You could get sick with it. So, yes. What was that? Oh. I'm probably going to play another character, other Warframe after this one, because for me, I got used to it, like the speed. Probably going to play it a little bit slower, because it's at the beginning I got also like sick because it was like really fast, so I understand it. We need to kill more. See. Most of the stuff that already dies for some reason. Yeah, okay. Using all. I really hope I get the part that I need for my Warframe. That. Right. Main strike. Oops, wrong one. Come on. Oh. Leave. Out. Oh. We got something to trade. That's also really good. I really need the platinum. Really need more platinum for my stuff. So, and he got how much? There's dual Prime blade. I already got the weapon, so I don't really need it. Let's sell it for ducats. Nah. I'm going to sell it for platinum. It's better that way. No. Let's say a. Yeah, I have 0 platinum. here. I Yo. Is dual. Thank you very much. Plus thanks. We could farm some relics. It is like two options. We can go for relics. Because right now I don't really have. I can do the dailies afterwards, like off stream, because they are boring to do. They're really boring to do. It's just like you do a mission, you get points. You do a mission, you get points. But relic farming is the same way, but you only have the mission. I got this one. This one is almost finished too. This one I got as well. I can't do this one. Don't really need that one. What relics do we have? I'm going to switch to my Saku. So we have extermination, capture, sabotage, defense. Defense in the voids. Okay. Do you have any good relics for it? Let me check. Currently we need... No. Here, relic. Or neon. Best one to get platinum is from G9. Intact. Yes, from intact. Then next one would be X1. Why not? I can do this one first. Then I'm going to switch back to this one so I can see the lovely chat. Of course, I've completely forgot about that. I have to change the category as well, not only Warframe. Here, I think here's it as well. Warframe. Save. I don't know if can I do it on Google? Not on Google. Fuck, on YouTube. So it's now I can get the category gaming thumbnail. Just like that. Okay, I'm back. Switch to this one. Go. We could do circus. Circus is like you get a really good loot, but it's also like how should I explain it? As it's not like a clown circuit. It's like arena. It's an arena battle, so it's some sort. So like you have like you go into an arena, then you have different waves. Per wave you get different bonuses that you can choose about, like increase your damage, increase your speed, increase your status effects, etc. Right? Then after each stage you get points where you can level like a battle pass. So yeah, it's like a circus battle pass arena. It's a lot of fun, especially like there are like two different modes. You have the normal one, and then you have the steel path mission. So like the steel path one is just like the hardcore mode for the circus. So you have the normal gameplay, you have normal stuff like level 20, level 30, level 50, etc. enemies. And on Steel Path, the enemies are doing more damage. I need those. They have more armor, they have more health, and they do more damage. But you get also like the double the loot and double the mods. So it's like a win-win for both, but the enemies are more tougher to take down. That's the only difference. Like you get better loot, but they're like harder to kill. Still, if you get like a good build together, you still one-shot them. As I'm right now one-shotting like everything below 100. I'm going to one-shot, especially with my shotgun. Buff. That's like 18k, and this one is, let's see, 22k. That's more. That was 80k. Yeah, it depends where I'm going to hit. If it's a headshot, I do more damage. If I hit a body part, I do less damage. That's also like a difference. Bam. Ooh, crystal. Bam. I found some Discord about Warframe. Maybe I'm going to look into it if I get like a squad together. It's more fun to like play or farm stuff if you're in like a group and not really alone, like completely alone, right? It's every single time. It's more fun with like people, not specifically friends, but like with other people to talk while doing like missions or doing stuff. Much better like that. We have loads. Yeah. I need to read something. Where's that? do we get? Missile. This one. I'm going to stack up a lot of formers because I really need the blueprints for it. I had like one left. You can only get the blueprints from like relics, so that's the only way you can get them. You farm like one time, you farm only formers, but if you get like a gold one, you go for the gold. Like there's like bronze, silver, and gold. If you get the gold, take the gold. If not, take what you don't have. I already have most of the stuff, so I'm just looking for what I could sell and former, because I need a lot of former to upgrade my weapons. That's the only one reason behind it. Some guns and boom! I get some more strength and then I'm doing a lot more damage. Just like that. I fucking hate those fire types too much. Interesting. Okay. Really, like fire enemies are like my nightmare. Problem is with the fire enemies, normally with normal enemies, I have a 75% chance to dodge like damage that comes my way. The problem is with a fucking fire, it's an AoE damage attack, so even if I have evasion, it's still going to hit me. Because it's like a fucking fire bubble. And fire does a lot of damage, just like you saw. I still need another warframe just for like... You have so many guns. Ah! Yo! Normally I only can get 15. I have fucking 27. What the fuck? That's great. That's awesome. Not worth anything. So that's 4 formers blueprints. I'm probably going for like 6, 7. Then I'm good for the next 6 days. So like for building one of those. Do I have another one? For the formers, you craft them and then you need to wait 1 day until you can claim them. So yes, so I'm going to take like 7 or 8, and then I don't need to farm them actively for a whole week. That's the plan. I'm buffing my pistols as well. I can't lose those guns. I really need those guns. Like 27 really increased. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I think I love my build so much. You're just going to walk around and press 2 every single time you're almost out of ability. And that's it. You do nothing else. The fun part is your abilities get stopped if you activate your third ability, like your ultimate ability. That's why I have so many guns. Boom. Boom. This one. Ooh, some crystals, yes. Those are good, like 2 organ crystals already. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Some more Ducats goes. The ones I have. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Don't have my guns anymore. Sadly. Oh. We don't need one fire. Stability. Oh. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that I didn't realize it earlier. Oh. And the fire again. Five platinum and up the cuts. Yeah. So we have 2 and 4 formers. Okay, probably going to stop there because I got a message from my dad, so he's going to be home. Still, we did a lot of today, so we're going to put out the music for now. I'll lower it a little bit. So we did a lot today. We learned some Japanese. We learned a little bit about the culture. We talked about a lot of RL stuff, and we played some Warframe. I really appreciate everybody that was here chatting, just watching. I'm probably going to try tomorrow to cut the video that we watched and upload it on YouTube as a reaction, probably. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. But I really appreciate everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on Friday, 3 p.m. We're going to do the same thing, like talk a little bit, like just chatting. We are going to learn more Japanese and probably going for like another documentary. Maybe we're going in like specifics, like we have like multiple sectors, like we have like the culture language, then like the culture in itself. Technology is like a big one, especially like in general technology, like train, transport, health, and then one of the biggest thing is gaming, like games, Nintendo, Sonic, etc. So Sony is not a game, but it's also like technology. Other thing is like school, like teaching stuff. I heard a lot about like teaching and like the school system. I really want like education stuff. I really want to dive into that too. So we will see. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do a lot in those 2 days. So when I'm back on Friday, I have a lot of stuff to tell you about, and yeah, going to be a great fun day. I wish you all the best. Hopefully you have a great day, night, whatever it is for you right now. I hope it's going great for you. So we're going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. We will see us on Friday.